Hello everyone, welcome to Landguy Studios. My name is Sahil Bhosle. This will be our second video from our Python for Machine Learning series, where we'll be seeing what are variables and data types in Python. So let's get started. So first we will see what are variables in Python, and later we will see what are data types. What are data types? So variable, you can represent a variable as a box or a container inside which you store some value. The value can be anything. It can be a number or it can be a name or anything. And the box, this container will have some name using which you can refer to this value. So this box will be created in memory. So you can also call it as a space in memory. So for example, these are one-dimensional memory I mean RAM, and it has multiple memory locations. So each block is represented as a memory location. So let's say your computer has assigned you this block, then this block will have some name, so you have to give some name to this block while declaring the variable, and we will see what exactly I mean by declaring. And then later we have to put some value inside this variable. So this is how it is represented in a RAM, like that. So in Python, if you want to represent a variable, what you have to do is you just have to type the name, whatever name you want to give to a variable. For example, here I am typing num, which represents a number. Then you have to put an equal to sign, and then you have to put the value, which value you want to assign. So we have assigned 3 to this number variable. Now what this exactly does is this will assign you a space in memory. So in this case, the name of this space will be num, and the value inside which will be 3, like that. So this is how this variable will be represented in memory. So in this case, this is the variable name. This is the assignment operator. We will see what exactly it is in just a moment. Assignment operator. And this is the actual value. So what it basically does is that, so whatever is in the right side of it will be stored in the left side. So the 3 will be stored inside the num variable, and this is how it will be represented in memory. Now the type of data. So here in this case we are storing 3. So 3 represents an integer. So this is called as a data type. So what kind of data you add into this variable is called a data type. So there are various types of data types. So first one is the number. So inside number we have 3 things. One is the integer, which we have just seen now. Then the second is the floating point, float, and the third is the complex numbers. So integers can be 1, 2, 3 and so on. Then the floating point values would be like 0.1 or 7.5 and so on. So these represent, so whenever there is a decimal or a fraction, then that value is called a floating point value, and this is the integer. Then we also have complex numbers. So this can be represented as 1 plus 1j or 1 plus 7j, like that. So these are represented as complex numbers. So all of these 3 things comes under the class called numbers. We will see what classes are later in some other video, but now just remember that all of this belongs to the class called numbers. Then we have some other data types as well. For example, we have boolean. Boolean represents two values. It can either be true or it can either be false. Then we also have something called as strings. Strings are nothing but a sequence of characters. For example, name. Like for example, Google is a name, right? So it is nothing but a sequence of characters. So this is called as a string. Or if you have a single character, then you can put it in single quotes. So if you have many characters or multiple sequence of characters, then you can put it either in double quotes or you can also put it in triple quotes as well. But if you have a single character, then you have to put it into single quote. So both of these quotations will represent that it's a string. So if we take some example of string, so for example, let's create a variable inside which we will store this value Google. So the syntax would look something like this. So str equals Google, right? So the value Google will be stored inside the variable called str. So str is nothing but the name of the variable. You can give any name to this variable, and this is the assignment operator, which basically assigns whatever is to the right of it to the left of it. Now in memory, strings are represented as this. So the GOOGLE. So strings will be represented like this in memory. So each block will contain a character in case of strings, and string has something called as indexing. So which starts with 0. So 0, 1. The first character will be always represented with 0. Then the next one has 1. Then the next one has 2, and so on. So this is called as indexing, which basically means that using these numbers we can access individual elements or individual characters of the strings. So for example, if I want to access this small g, then what I will do is I will use the variable name str, and then I will put square brackets. So inside this square bracket I will pass in this number, which is nothing but the index of that particular memory location. So in this case it is 3, so I will put in 3 in this bracket. So this is the name of the variable. These are the inside the square brackets I will put that number. And in order to get the output in Python, there is something called as print function. A function is nothing but it has some name, and it will end with circular brackets, inside which we will add this. So whatever will be the output of this will be printed on the console. So in our output console, so small g will be printed, the g will be printed like that. This is how string works in Python. So this is called as declaring a variable. So declaring a variable. So we are first telling it a name, giving it a name, and then we are assigning a value. So in programming languages like C, to happen is that you should also have to specify the type of the variable. So for example, either it is an int or float, and then you have to give it a name, some name, let's say let me call it number, and then phi, and then a semicolon. Now in Python what happens is that we don't need to specify this data type, and we don't have to put this semicolon, and this is how simple it becomes, right? Now the Python compiler will automatically figure out whether this variable which you have declared here is a number, or it's a string, or it's a boolean, right? So you don't have to explicitly specify it. like that. So this is called declaration. And also here in Python what we do is we directly assign it. So whenever we declare a variable, so in C and C++, what happens is that if you type in num like that, this is called declaration. So this is called declaration. And when you assign the value, let's say in the next line you are typing is as num is equal to 5, then this is called as assignment or assigning a value. Assigning a value. But in Python you do it in a single line only. You don't have to do it in multiple lines. So in Python you directly do it. So whenever you want to assign some value, at that point only you have to create the variable. Otherwise you don't create the variable first like we do here. So we don't do this. We directly create a variable and then we directly assign the value to it. This is what makes Python simple and easy to understand. Now whenever you give any name to a variable, the name, so you have to follow some guidelines while giving a variable name. So for example, so the variable name cannot start with a number. Cannot start with the number. Second thing is that the capital A, let's say I'm creating a variable called age. So this capital H and small h, they both these variables are different, right? So the Python programming language is a case sensitive language. So if you are using a capital letter in one variable and a small letter in other, they represent two different variables. So they are not the same. The third thing is that the variable name can either start with an underscore, so underscore, so which is represented like this, or with a letter, with a letter. The letters could include capital A to capital Z, small a to small z, and then 0 to 9. So between the variable name you can use numbers, but at the start of it you can't use it. So for example, if you are using, let's say, 8 num, so this is not allowed, this is not allowed. But if you use num8, yeah, this is allowed, this is totally allowed. Or if you can also do this, you can start underscore num, so this is also allowed. Or you can use num underscore 8 like that, so this is also allowed. So this is the topic of variables and data types in Python. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel and also click the bell icon so that you can get notifications of each and every video which I make related to Python for machine learning. So guys, if you have any questions, feel free to comment them down in the comment section. I will try to answer as many comments as possible, and I will catch you up in the next video.